The year is 1991. Birds and people are living together in seemingly perfect harmony. Until one day, a young man catches fire. This is Phoenix.
You've been knocked down and got up again. In a corner, you're surrounded, no defenders. You've hid your fury and kept it in. But it's time now, you ignite and turn to embers. Like a phoenix, you burst in a fire burn. A thirst and desire, you transform right up in a flash. You spread your wings to rise from the ashes. Phoenix, you burst in a fire burn. A thirst and desire, you transform right up in a flash. You spread your wings to rise from the ashes.
Get ready for verse 2, Electric Boogaloo.
You see the truth behind the veil, and you know that they're just looking for attention. Oh, you don't let their ruthlessness prevail. Oh, it's time now, light your fires for ascension. Like a phoenix, you burst in a fire burn. A thirst and desire.
Good morning. I just thought I hadn't started the stream yet, but I have, so that's all good. How are we doing? We are 1 hour, 27 minutes, 50 seconds away from the Game Week 14 deadline. Then there'll only be 2 weeks left until the World Cup break. There's no news on Haaland so far that I have seen. I know people are going to be looking for it. If I see anything, I will let you know. Obviously, we're waiting to see if he definitely starts, whether he's definitely out or whatever it is. There's going to be a lot of rubbish posted on Twitter either way. So do not panic too much. Do not panic too much. I'll be checking my DMs and we will go from there. Here to remind you about the early kickoff curse. Look, the way people talk about Haaland, this guy could score a hat-trick with 1 minute. So if you're one of those people, just captain him. Just captain him. Vice captain Saka or Kane. Yeah, that is tricky. I feel like I would usually say Kane. The only thing is, both teams, both Spurs and Arsenal, have got to win. Got to go and get a good result in their final European game. Arsenal need the win, I think, to top the group, and topping the group would be pretty big. Raptor has said he's not travelling. Has he now? He hasn't travelled. Sorry. Interesting. Okay, must have said that on stream because I can't see any tweets. We'll see. Salah owners will remember what he did to Leeds last time around. Salah owners who've captained Haaland a lot are scared. Matthew, thank you very much for being the member for the last 3 months. 3 months. I have absolutely no idea what to do with transfers. Might roll because I have no idea. To be honest, if you really don't know what to do and your team looks okay, you can probably just roll. There's no real harm in that, to be honest. He said on the stream just now, fair enough. Maybe he's got some insider news. Oh, I received a message last night. Okay, yeah. So yeah, unless you're sure, I wouldn't. I hate talking about DMs from people I'm not sure about. So I don't know what I'm doing right now. I don't know about Zaha to Saka. So basically, I feel quite calm about captaincy this week. Like last week, I wanted to captain Haaland. Obviously, there was part of me that just loves Salah so much that I wanted to captain him too. And in the end, I switched, and I was not really happy about it. And then obviously, it didn't work out, and that was a mistake, right? That was a mistake. But this week, I feel quite calm about it because there is a chance he doesn't start. There is a chance. I'm not saying it's necessarily a high one, but there is a chance that he doesn't. That he comes off the bench for 10, 20 minutes, 30 minutes even maybe. And I prefer Salah for 70 to 90 minutes than Haaland for 30. Right? I know Haaland's brilliant, but I don't think Salah is that bad. I don't think he's that bad. So I'm feeling quite calm about captaincy. The only thing I'm really debating is Zaha to Saka, and even that, if I don't do it, it's not the end of the world. I just don't really see too much that I can do with 2 free transfers next week. So I'm not sure about the move, if I'm honest. I don't know. I feel like Zaha's perfectly fine for this week. It's a tricky one. It's a tricky one. What I really wish I'd done is just got Saka last week instead of Foden. If I got Saka last week instead of Foden, I would not be selling Zaha to Foden. I would definitely be rolling the transfer. So I messed up my order of transfers, basically. Shouldn't you have your crystal ball visible on stream? Look, if you're going to get early team news, chances are you're going to get it much closer to the deadline. So I wouldn't be panicking just yet. Use one transfer on Salah to Son or hold? Nah. What to do for Perisic owners? 1 free transfer and 1.4 in the bank. So, in my opinion, Perisic and Doherty are not going to start. And there's every chance they come on because that's Spurs wing-backs. And then it's Liverpool next week. I think you can sell Doherty and Perisic if you've got spare transfers. I don't think you have to. Like, if you've got a good bench, you could hold on to them. Because in game week 16, they got Leeds at home. They could play in that fixture. So I don't think they're must-sell, but I do think they're not going to play this week. Zaha to Rashford. The only player I would sell, like if we're talking about players around the same price, the only player I would sell Zaha for is Saka, I think. I think he's got a good fixture this week. I honestly don't think you need to go out of your way to sell him. Yeah, Gay's fine to play, to be honest, I think. You get a Liverpool defender. Like second Man City defender is pretty tricky. That's the problem. Arsenal defender could be an option. Jack. Tony and Mitrovic or Nunez captain 4.5 million forward and play Andreas. Probably Tony and Mitrovic because you've probably got someone else you can captain. Bowen and Firmino out for Saka and Jesus for a -4. I don't think Firmino starts tonight. I wouldn't be so sure about that. They've got a lot of injuries. I guess it could be Salah and Nunez up front. They could play the diamond again, but without Firmino, it's tricky. I think it's okay. I think it's an okay move. You could just do it without the Firmino move if you wanted, though. Will Darwin get 70 plus? I don't know if I'd bet on 70 plus, but I do think he starts. So we'll say 65 plus for Nunez, I think. I know it's only 5 minutes, because it can make a big difference, you know. Is Bernardo Silva a good differential? I mean, he's a differential. I don't know if he's that good. There's other players I'd prefer, even at Man City, like Foden, to be honest. Firmino out for Darwin Nunez or keep Firmino. I hate kind of saying yes to moves like that because it can obviously go so wrong. If Firmino starts, even if he is playing slightly behind Nunez and Salah, he could still do really well, and it is Leeds at home. So there is a chance that Liverpool could finally score a lot of goals in the Premier League again. I do think Nunez is better, so I'm going to say yes if you've got nothing else to do. Mount and Solanke for Almiron and Jesus, 2 free transfers, and Hendo. I'm not sure what you mean by the Hendo bit, but Mount and Solanke to Almiron and Jesus. I quite like it, to be honest. Yeah, quite like it. Harry, thank you very much. George, play Andreas or Tony this week. Have Mitrovic. Tony. Like Andreas is a good option off the bench if you got issues, right? But I don't think we need to start putting him as like better than Tony, to be honest with you. I mean, Tony's got Wolves at home. Like I would not be benching Tony this week, really, unless I had a ridiculous squad. And I don't think that Andreas Pereira is that player, to be honest with you. Bowen to Zaha, Foden or Bowen to Zaha, Foden or Rashford. Already have Saka or roll the transfer. I personally, if I had Bowen, I think I'd be selling because I think he's a doubt. It depends who you got on the bench, I guess. I would just get Foden out of those. Can't decide who's captain, Jesus or De Bruyne. I'd probably go Jesus this week, I think. I'll just target that fixture. Are you happy with the performance of your team so far this season? No. I'm ranked outside the top million. So, hell no. De Bruyne captain's okay. I just think Salah's probably better. Saka's probably better. Jesus is possibly better as well. Kane is possibly better too. So it depends who else you've got. I don't think De Bruyne is bad. I don't think anyone that captains De Bruyne is making this massive mistake. But I think there's better options this week. Plus, if Haaland's out, who's he passing to? It's not like Man City have got any other good players. It's quite interesting how people are thinking about Haaland, though, because some people are saying, like, midweek, the Champions League game doesn't matter now, so they could rest him midweek. He's got no World Cup either, so he's going to get a long break. But I still don't know why you would push him if you don't need to. Like, if he is a bit of a doubt, I don't know why Man City need to force it. Like, they can go and beat Leicester without Haaland. And you don't want him... And, like, I keep going back to what was kind of written about it. Now, this wasn't a quote from Pep. This was written by a journalist on The Athletic, that part of the reason that Haaland liked Man City is because they kind of promised that if he was an issue, if he was a doubt, then he wouldn't get played. Like, if he had, like, a knock or something like that, he wouldn't be forced to be played. Now, how true that is, we don't know, but... I just don't know if there's a need to risk him necessarily. So I think ultimately, like, he could still start, but he is a doubt. And I know he's not just any other player, but we've had big scoring players before. Like, think about Salah last season. Like, if Salah was a doubt, we would think about moving the captaincy off him, and he was a permanent captain at one point last year as well. So and everyone's going to start going on about the early. The early kickoff and stuff like that. I mean, that's just convincing yourself at this point, because let's be honest, you would have captained Haaland if he was fully fit. But yeah, I think we can just do it. I think we can just put him down as a doubt, and that's why I'm going to go for Salah. It's not even a debate for me, Salah or Kane over Haaland this week. Yeah, I kind of agree. Like, I do think there's enough doubt there where you shouldn't. Unless you've got, like, really bad other options, you probably shouldn't be captaining Haaland this week. But I guess if you fall into that school of thought that he's definitely going to play, or he's definitely going to start, or he's definitely going to miss out completely, then you could captain him, because obviously your vice captain will come in. But I just think there is a chance of a cameo if he's benched. And I think I know people now say things like, look, Haaland off the bench for 20 minutes could get a hat-trick. And it could happen, right? Remember when Salah got benched against Crystal Palace? I think a lot of us are captaining him. He came on, got like 2 goals, 1 assist, right? So it can happen. But I think anyone that captains him, then sees him on the bench, will then be panicking. They will be panicking. They won't be that confident when it actually happens. It's just one of those things that's easier to say before the game. I'm telling you now, anyone that captains Haaland and sees him on the bench, there will be panic. There will be panic, because they'll know that a lot of other people have gone elsewhere for players that will start. It could just be that you then watch this on repeat later, and Haaland has scored a hat-trick off the bench. You come back at 9:45 tonight in the UK time, and Salah is blanked again. You never know. You never know. Why bench Solanke? I have him, but the team news about him seemed a lot more positive than Haaland. Yeah, Solanke might start, but it's not guaranteed. It's also a tough game. I think I was listening to Neil on Fantasy Football Scout. He made a good point that when Solanke was kind of not properly fit, but was probably okay to play, I think they rested him against Liverpool. They might just give him this game off because it's a tough game anyway. I guess there is a bit of momentum with Bournemouth. They might not want to lose that, but it's probably better to make sure he's definitely fit for Leeds and Everton instead. So I don't think he's so... Like, I like Solanke, you know I do, right? But I don't think he's so good that I need to play him when he's a doubt when I've got Andreas. I think I could honestly play Solanke, Gay, or Andreas this week. I think they're all much of a muchness. Like, if Solanke starts, I might regret that I haven't played him. But I think there's enough of a chance that he doesn't start, and he could just cameo as well. But I agree. I agree that what was said in the press conference was pretty good. It's worth saying, he did say there's a chance he could play against Spurs, but I just think he's a doubt, so why would I play him? I'm happy to have him for next week. I maybe should put Gay ahead of him on the bench, to be honest. So I think there is a chance of a cameo. Is that overthinking now? Because, maybe that's, I don't know. I feel like a bloodbath will happen at Anfield. Salah might slaughter them in a 4-0 win. Yeah, possibly. I mean, I hope so. I honestly think Liverpool are better than they've shown so far this season. But like I've said that a few times, it just hasn't gone very well. So I should probably just shut up and talking about it. But like I keep looking at it, like their expected goals are down on last year. I think they're 1.73 per 90 minutes, which is the same as Arsenal this season. It's just behind Man City. So they're still one of the best attacks in the league. It just hasn't gone right now. I mean, they've scored quite a few goals. It's just that Salah has not scored quite a few goals at all. And oh my God, it would be nice for him to get 3 returns today, honestly. How many goals have Liverpool scored? They've scored 22 goals, which is 3 behind Arsenal, 1 behind Spurs. Only 2 ahead of Newcastle. Newcastle, ridiculous. Fulham have scored 22 goals. When the hell did that happen? Fulham have scored the same amount of goals as Liverpool and only 3 behind Arsenal. That is mad. That is mad. What's their expected goals? Per 90. It is 1.02. Some might say they've been a little bit lucky. A lot of penalties, I guess. Quite a few penalties, not loads. A few penalties. 3, I think. Anyway. Hopefully Salah scores. He's got to score. He's got to get a penalty. Liverpool haven't had a penalty yet. Where's the penalties for Liverpool? Salah most goals and assists in the Champions League. The points will eventually come in FPL. I know, but like, he's only playing teams like Napoli and Ajax and the Rangers, I don't know if he scored or assisted against Napoli, to be honest. Don't think he did he? Was it a 1-0 for them? Yeah, guys, I think when you say things like, according to Raptor, he hasn't travelled, I think it's just a random DM he's got. I don't know if it's I'm not questioning, but I think other people said that earlier, that it's just someone's DM'd him that he doesn't necessarily know that it's happened. I mean, it could be true. It could be true. He might not have travelled, but I can't obviously go and listen to what he's saying, but I'm assuming he's not 100% guaranteeing he's out. Haaland DM'd him. No, that would be handy. Am I going to be disappointed when I have to start Doherty? I don't think Doherty or Perisic start. I don't know. Like it's so hard to know, right? Because what is? Let me just double check. What is? So Spurs are top. Oh, so Spurs can still not. So Spurs need to win, really. Who are they playing this week, though? Brentford away. They're playing Marseille. Okay, oh, gee, that group's ridiculous. 6, 7, 7, 8. I didn't even know that. So any of the teams I think can go through. I've not done the maths. I've only just looked at it. But if Marseille beat Spurs, they could still go through. In fact, if Marseille beat Spurs, they would go through because Sporting and Eintracht Frankfurt can't both win. As long as I'm reading this correctly. So I think the way people are framing it with Spurs are Doherty's first choice, so he'll definitely play. But then if the Champions League game's the most important one, and this is just Bournemouth, why would he play him in Bournemouth and not the Champions League? But then other people are saying, well, Emerson's the better defender, so he's going to want to play him in the Champions League. The reality is nobody knows. Nobody knows. So I think this is the problem with Doherty. I said this weeks ago. You're going to feel like you always have to play him. And look, if he plays against Bournemouth, you're absolutely laughing. But he started Doherty in the last Champions League game. So why is he now not going to start him in the next Champions League game? I don't know. I feel like him and Perisic could both not start. But how do I know? I can't know. I'm only guessing like anyone else. I guess if you want to start Doherty, go and find a Spurs fan that is going to tell you he's going to start. That's for all Doherty owners. I have Doherty and Perisic, big regrets. Can't wait to lose them after the World Cup. Yeah, they've been like that all season, really. I mean, Perisic hasn't really delivered what we expected him to do. So we'll see. We'll see. 2 free transfers. Bowen and Barnes replacement. My other midfielders are Zaha, Mansell, and Andreas. Foden and Saka probably. Firmino to Darwin. Luxury transfer, sure. Captain Haaland or Salah. Answer on screen. Also Justin and Welbeck to White and Skamaka for -4. Have exact money for this. Other forward under 6.7. There's not too many other forwards under 6.7 to be honest. So yeah, it sounds okay. I don't think you need to force Skamaka this week. I guess Welbeck's got Chelsea, right? It's just not necessarily ideal, but yeah, it's okay. Alfie, thank you. Perisic and Sinistera to White and Rashford for a -4. I don't mind that, to be honest. I do think Perisic gets benched. So I quite like that. If I would you captain Salah, Kane or Saka? Salah. Jesus or Nunez captain. Jesus has got the easier fixture. Nunez is going to go big soon. I can just... It's just going to happen. I'm going to say Nunez captain over Jesus. It depends how many minutes you think Nunez gets. If you think he's only going to get another 60, you probably should just go Jesus. But obviously Arsenal got a big game in Europe as well. They need to win that so they top the group. Well, they can't lose that game. Well, I think that's correct. I haven't actually checked what all the group standings are, but I'm pretty sure they need to... I think they need to get a result at least. Europa League table. Yeah, so they're 2 points ahead of PSV. So they've obviously just played PSV twice. So I don't know who they're playing this week. Doesn't really matter, I guess. But they're going to go and want to win. Salah DM'd Raptor. I don't think I've had any DMs yet. The problem is when you say you're looking at your DMs, you usually get a load of awful DMs. Oh, someone's DM'd me to say, will Haaland start or not? Not captain in Haaland, which is the best out of these? Darwin, Fernandez or Tony? I'm going to say Darwin out of those, to be honest. Captain Haaland or Salah or Darwin? Salah. Play Pereira or Perisic? Pereira. Captain Salah or Saka? Salah. I do think Saka's really good this week, by the way, but I do think Salah's better. Saka, Firmino or Foden as captain if Haaland is out. Probably Saka out of those. Zaha to Saka or Eduard to Mitrovic. I don't know if now is the time to be buying Mitrovic necessarily. I don't know. He's still pretty great, I guess. I guess Eduard to Mitrovic. But Palace have got some okay fixtures. Southampton, Forest still to come. He's still starting quite regularly. I think it's pretty tricky. I don't know if I would do either. I would even be tempted to roll, to be honest. Assume Kane gets 60. Better cap than Haaland for 30. Yeah, I think so, yeah. Captain Haaland, Vice Captain Salah, Firmino on first bench. Sure, if you want to, yeah. I mean, it depends who you're benching him for. I don't know if I would want to bench Firmino against Leeds, but I guess there is a chance he doesn't start. Why is no one talking about buying Jesus? It's just set up. Like, you have to have a bit of money. A lot of people have got like a cheap striker to go alongside Haaland. And if you've got Tony, do you really want to sell Tony before Wolves? I think most people have just got midfielders they prefer to sell, like Bowen, for example, maybe Zaha, than forwards they want to sell, or money that they have to get Jesus. I think that's basically it. By Tony or Mitrovic this week, I'd probably... It's so tricky because Mitrovic plays Man City away, which is not ideal. But then he's got Man United at home, which probably isn't that bad. What was I going to say? But then Tony's got 4 yellow cards, and he could get another one. And then... So it's tricky to know exactly who to buy. I'd probably say... I mean, Tony's got to play Man City as well. I'm going to say Mitrovic. If you're going to keep them up until game week 16. When did Haaland go down and hold his foot? I can't see that image in the game. Don't know if he did, to be honest. Any good Twitter accounts for Haaland news? There's not really like someone that I would go and check specifically for Man City news. Just keep an eye out and check that they're not completely dodgy, really. Do I think Trent starts? Yes. Yeah. I'm hopeful for sure. I think he probably does. I haven't had any Liverpool team news. I did kind of ask for it, but we'll see. Van Dijk captain? Probably not. Man City have a picture on Twitter with Haaland as a Ghostbuster versus Leicester. It probably means he plays. Well, all I'll say is, right, the social media, like, I don't do graphics, but they take time, basically. Those images that get used on social, they are commissioned ahead of time. They don't wait for Pep to give the team news to the social media team, then the social media team asks someone to create that picture. That picture would have been commissioned weeks ago, probably, for someone to design it. So never use social media pictures to determine who's starting. Trust me, it makes no difference whatsoever. I think about it, Haaland's like the poster boy these days for Man City. I mean, obviously De Bruyne and Foden, etc. They're all great players, but Haaland's the poster boy. They're always going to use him on social media images. So don't. He might start. I'm not saying he doesn't start, but I wouldn't. Oh, I'm back. I wouldn't put it. I wouldn't put it down to the social media thing, to be honest with you. What about Kane for captain? Yeah, Kane's okay, captain this week. Depends who else you got, I guess. Ward in goal. Why? Because my other option is Everson, and he's not going to play. How happy were you when Haaland got injured and you could captain Salah? Not that happy. To be honest, it'd almost be slightly better if people were more confident on going Haaland, because I think I'm okay with going Salah now. So I'd love him to get a cameo. Yeah, it means nothing. Social media images, they mean nothing. Pasta or rice? Probably. Well, it depends what you're eating with, right? Like, if I was having spaghetti bolognese, I wouldn't want rice. If I was having a curry, I wouldn't want pasta. In general, I would say rice more often. That is the important question of today. Pasta or rice? Pasta or rice? It is time for a Salah penalty. Manchester in the news predicting Alvarez to start. Yeah, I mean, I would probably predict Alvarez to start as well, to be honest with you. I don't necessarily think that Haaland starts, but I just don't know. Do we need any more evidence that Haaland will play and score a hat-trick than the fact you've captained Salah? Well, look, everyone's been telling me for weeks they're going to do the opposite of what I do, so I hope that none of you are captaining Salah. I hope you all go for Haaland. I also hope he blanks. The interesting thing is, as well, is like, people are it's very easy to say like Salah's bad, but as soon as you put a poll up that, okay, if Haaland's out, let's say he is out, who's the best captain? Salah wins it. And yet everyone was telling me earlier on this week that I should sell Salah before Zaha for Saka, and yet in that same captaincy poll, Saka came behind Salah on captaincy. This is why you've got to ignore most of the noise. No idea if he's travelled, no idea if he's starting, no idea if he's benched, no idea if he's going to come on for a cameo, no idea if he's still got the flu, no idea if his foot's playing him up, no idea if that limp on the video was fake or not, no idea what the scan says. Yeah, no idea. That's my answer to Haaland right now. I've got no idea. It's bad to keep Bowen knowing that I don't have Arsenal players. I plan to use the 3 free transfers on Mitrovic Gameweek 15, Tony and Ben Mee in Gameweek 16. I think Bowen to have Saka is a pretty good move, if I'm honest. Is Zaha to Saka worth a -4? No. I don't even know if I'm going to do it for free. So I don't think I would do it. I don't think I would do it for a -4. We don't know if Bowen's starting, though. I think Bowen's enough of a doubt that I would probably in most cases sell him, especially if I didn't have Saka. Like, I think that's a pretty easy move, to be honest with you now. Do you think Tomiyasu will start? Probably not. I don't think I would be buying him. I don't think I'll be buying him right now. I've just turned my music off. It sounds very quiet. It's very weird to me. I need to put it back on. I wouldn't rely on Tomiyasu starting, that's for sure. Zanussi, no, I don't. No, he didn't go down and hold his foot, but I'm not sure why that's relevant, to be honest. No one's saying that he went down in the game and holding his foot. Nobody is saying that. Kane captain instead of... Yeah, I would captain Kane, Saka, Salah instead of Haaland this week, personally. Would you still captain Haaland if you had Saka and Kane? No, I'd probably captain Saka. Maybe Kane. They're close, I think. Hero99, thanks for becoming a member. Start Skamaka or Gay? Probably Skamaka, I think. I mean, Gay's got a better fixture, but I always prefer captaining the attacker if I can. -4, Solanke, Maddison for Darwin and Rashford. Yeah, I think that's okay. I mean, you got to be careful with -4s now. We've only got three more game weeks to go. But I think this is probably the last week I'd want to be spending -4s unless you get really stuck with injuries and stuff like that. Alex, thank you very much for becoming a member. Let me check my messages again. It's not loading. Come on, someone. Someone send me news. It's just like... Is Bowen to Rashford good? That's one of the DMs. Oh, hang on. I don't know if anyone gets it. Like, I've kind of got my DMs turned off, so I forget that some of them go into hidden. Some go into hidden messages, so I don't usually see them. What's the situation with Haaland? There's a few people saying that Haaland's not starting. It's very hard to It's very hard to verify whether they're legit or not, though. One of them's like, what? There's only so much you can kind of give away, right? But one of them, the source of the information that he's got looks good. Looks like a genuine person that would probably have information, but they don't specifically say he's out. They say, I don't think he'll start. And then someone else is saying, I'm as certain as it is without speaking to the man himself, he isn't playing tomorrow, isn't in Leicester with the team tonight. So that was sent last night. That wasn't even sent. Oh, that was sent very early this morning. And now I'm just going to block everyone that's sending me rubbish DMs now because they know I'm reading them. I don't know. They're not people that I've spoken to before, so I can't really tell you whether they're legit or not. One person, I think the person they're speaking to looks legit. They kind of sent me a screenshot of a DM, but they're not saying for sure he doesn't start. They just don't think he will. And then someone else said he's not travelled. So make of that what you will. Yeah. News on Haaland. Rewind like a minute. Rewind like a minute. There's a couple of DMs, and by the way, I'm never kind of doubting. I'm never doubting the people that send it to me. Obviously I can only verify. Like if I know it's legit. I don't know these are legit, but I mean they look sort of, I guess. Yeah, someone else has just sent me something else again that kind of points to him not starting. Yeah, I don't know. It's hard to know because he's such a big talking point that everyone's going to be trying to get information, so it's hard to know what's right and what's not, but I don't know. It feels like there's enough there to say he's probably not going to start, but I don't know for sure. Like when I got that Liverpool news like last season, I knew that was going to be pretty much legit, but this can't say for sure, but I mean it looks okay. If the news stays, I'm sticking with Salah captain unless we know for sure that Haaland's starting. Bowen to either Saka or Almiron. Saka for sure. Bowen to Saka or Foden. Saka, Xander Red. Salah hat-trick can come in. Dubious VAR penalty included. Let's see. Thank you very much for the 3 months. If you're not captain Haaland, then why vice captain him? Yeah, no, that's a good point. I'll probably switch it. Eddie, thank you very much for becoming a member. Oh, I hope he's benched rather than completely missing out. If he hasn't travelled, then you'd assume, right, he's... You'd assume he... Sorry, if he's not travelled, obviously that's rubbish. But yeah, if he's not travelled, that kind of sucks because everyone's going to captain him and vice captain someone else. I'd rather he came on for a cameo. I want to see him benched. If I choose to believe the news that he's on the bench, would you think it's fair to start Gay or Solanke? Well, I don't know about Solanke because he's a doubt as well. If he's on the bench, I might start Gay ahead of him. I should probably put Gay ahead of Solanke, shouldn't I? I don't know. The thing is, I'm confident enough to captain someone else if he's on the bench. I don't know if I'm confident enough to not have him come on for a cameo. Who knows? Why not captain Haaland and vice captain Salah for damage limitation? Because what if Haaland is benched and he comes on? That's what I'd love to happen. I'd love to see him cameo and just blank. That would be ideal, but I don't think it's going to happen. Sell Haaland to Kane as I've got no money tied up in Haaland. I mean, you could do that if you're confident that all this news is correct. But like again, I can't like 100%. It's hard to know for sure. I would say it looks pretty good. I mean, someone else has sent me something that looks pretty good. Interesting. That'd be amazing. Do you know what would be amazing? This is my ideal scenario. He comes on for a cameo, he blanks, everyone captains him, and then Danny Ward gets a penalty save and a clean sheet. In fact, a penalty save off Haaland. There we go. Can we get that? Haaland to come on, 10 minutes to go. Mahrez has just missed a penalty again. Like in the previous match, not this one. Comes on with 10 minutes to go. 1 pointer. Steps up. He's got a penalty. Everyone that's captain him is rejoicing. We knew we should captain him, etc. And then Danny Ward saves it. Gets the clean sheet. Hauls 15 points. Haaland blanks. Happy days. Is that asking for too much? I think that's do it. Yes. I'll just change the vice captain now. There we go. Happy now? Are we happy? It's really weird how Twitter DMs kind of work. They just don't all show up. Why have you got Warden when you got City goal scorers on the pitch? Because who else do I play instead? Yeah, plus a booking. Okay, yeah, we can go We can go one further. He takes the penalty. Ward saves it. He obviously misses it. He tries to... Let's say he gets the rebound, but he skies it. And he's so frustrated, he just 2-foot someone. Gets a red card. Amazing. Amazing. Blue Moon's in the know. Confirmed. Haaland is not playing. Oh, there we go. There we go. Blue Moon forums are usually pretty good. Yeah, it looks pretty likely he's not going to play now. It's whether or not he's benched. I think a lot of people that were going to captain him and vice captain someone else will start switching now. Let's get real. Haaland won't play. Check the odds in net website. Something is wrong somewhere. Yeah, I mean, he was a doubt, right? We knew that. I think as soon as Pep said what he said yesterday, I switched the captaincy. To be honest, pretty much straight away. Later on that evening, anyway. Eddie, thank you very much. -4 Bowen to Saka and bench Haaland. I mean, the -4 Bowen to Saka is okay, I guess. I don't know about benching Haaland. Because if he like, don't get me wrong, I'm confident enough to change captaincy. But if he's on the bench, I still worry a little bit about what he might do. No way that's happening. Who knows? Yeah, team news and Tix just said 10:45 is going to have team news. It's a bit boring, though, if everyone knows he hasn't travelled. It's a bit boring if everyone knows he hasn't travelled, because then it's just an easy decision. It'd be much better if we knew he was in the squad. Like, if they just say he's in the squad. Anyway, I don't really care about Haaland right now. I'm still deciding whether to do Zaha to Saka. I just feel like it could go so horribly wrong for me. When is Zaha playing? Oh, the Newcastle game is on TV. I'm probably not going to watch that. When is Zaha playing? Oh, he's playing at 3 o'clock. If I don't get Saka, I've only got one player tomorrow. Most of my players are playing today. A lot of matches on today, though. That's good. That's good. Zaha to Saka. If I don't do Zaha to Saka, though, I don't know what I do next. I don't know what I do in the last 2 weeks. I mean, I guess it would be nice to have 2 free transfers just to do something a bit interesting. But let me look at my team, right? Let me bring this up a second. That wasn't that smooth. So this is the team for this week, right? I mean, it's not... I guess it's more like this. So let's say I roll into next week. This is the team for next week. So I'd probably just play... I mean, Captain Haaland. I mean, what? Here's the interesting thing. What if Haaland's not back next week? What if he's not back next week? Do we then sell him? I don't really want to sell him, but... Could be interesting. I'd probably keep Haaland for that match anyway. So I don't know what I do with 2 free transfers next week. I don't know what I do next week if I got 2 free transfers. I mean, I don't play Andreas. I play Solanke. I mean, I could do one on Mitrovic. I could do Mitrovic to Skamaka. Right, that's a potential option for sure. And then in game week 16, maybe in game week 16, I'm even tempted to possibly sell Trippier in game week 16. I don't have much money wrapped up in him. Only one. Just do one so you know you've got 2 with the World Cup coming up. Yeah, for sure. Honestly, I would really ignore all the fake news that's going around on Twitter right now. Honestly, you're going to get so much rubbish. So I don't even know what move I make this week in game week 16. I mean, I'd probably try and bring Darwin Nunez in. But the only way to do that is to sell like one of my pricey defenders. I think I'm going to get Saka, to be honest. The thing is, I could just get 2 free transfers, and there might be loads that I need to do. Like, I could get injuries, suspensions. There could be something interesting to do. But like, apart from Spurs players, and I could do Trippier to Perisic or Doherty if I wanted to. I don't know what else I'm doing this week without injuries. I mean, there could be injuries. I really wouldn't worry about the Ghostbuster picture, honestly. I think the more interesting thing right now is how long is Haaland out for? If he is going to miss today, how long is he out for? Because if he's out for 2 weeks, if he's going to miss next week as well, he is sellable. I could do Haaland to Kane right now. Yeah, Zaha's fixture is so good, but so is Saka's. That's the thing. That is the thing. Honestly, so many of you are just reading stuff that's not legit on Twitter. Honestly. Anyway, I don't know. I'll probably do Zaha to Saka in a panic in a minute. Let me put that up. Saka just as good captain as Salah this week. I like the differential. I don't know if he's just as good, but he's pretty good. Yeah, I would agree with that. Play Almiron for Haaland. I think I would own. Is he definitely? Is he completely out? If I know I'm probably just not going to play anyone ahead of Haaland, because if he's on the bench, I'll give him a chance to come on and get me something, and if he's completely out, they'll come on anyway. So I'm not really worried about playing someone ahead of him. I guess if he's on the bench, I don't know. Oh, hang on, hang on. Someone's just sent me a picture of Haaland, like, getting off a bus. FPL is so stupid, isn't it? FPL is so stupid. It's like it's 10:17 on a Saturday morning, and I'm looking at picture of Haaland by a Man City bus, and I'm trying to work out whether it's definitely from today or not. Like, honestly, FPL is so stupid. If you try to tell people outside of the FPL community what we do, like, and the thing is, the annoying thing is, the annoying thing is, this guy I think is pretty legit. I'm pretty sure he's. I'm pretty sure he's given me good info before. I mean, it doesn't mean he started. He could have just travelled. I guess, I don't know. Oh, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know anything anymore. Surely that's not today, though, because unless people are saying he's completely out. It could be a bus from 2 weeks ago, yeah. What sort of bus was it? A blue one? It's a Man City one. There is an account that is Team News and Ticks that is legit. They have said that they're going to put leaked lineups on at 10:45 on Instagram. It could be Leicester News, by the way. It might not be City. But The one that you're talking about, I haven't seen, so I'm assuming that's someone I've blocked. No, the one that said they're going to put it on Instagram is legit. Haaland by a bus. That could be, honestly, that picture could be from weeks ago. Who knows? Who knows? Maybe that's someone that's just put a picture of him by a bus. Maybe it's a good Photoshop. How do I know? I'm rubbish at Photoshop. Bowen Solanke to Rashford Davern for free. Yeah, I like that move. Play Almiron for Hart. Yeah, I did that one, didn't I? Shah or Andreas first bench. Andreas. Madison Mitrovic to Foden and Julian Alvarez -4. I do like the Julian Alvarez punt if people are willing to do it, but it could just be a 1 week thing, so that's something you got to consider. No one's talking about that. How about Alvarez captain? There you go. You aren't considering benching Haaland because your options suck. If you had Almiron on your bench, would you consider starting him? Yeah, I'd consider it. I don't understand Zaha to Saka long term at all. It's only for 3 weeks. Stuck on Firmino, would you sell, have 1 free transfer and no bench? I would possibly consider it. I think there is a chance he's benched, but it's hard to know for sure. Marco, what are you doing to me? Marco, my graphics guy, has just said, if Ward keeps a clean sheet today, I'll get him on the wall for you tonight. I'll get him on the wall for you tonight. Start Solanke. It depends who's on your bench. Like, I'm starting Andreas ahead of Solanke, for example. Captain De Bruyne, Saka or Kane. I'm going to say Saka. I think Kane or Saka are pretty close. Gay or Doherty, start which one? Probably Gay. Captain Salah or Kane? Salah. Would you do Bowen to Martinelli / Rashford or Almiron? Martinelli, thoughts on Bowen to Rashford for a -4 and bench boosting? I mean, if you're bench boosting, I would want guaranteed starters. I think Alvarez will play if Haaland's out, but it's not guaranteed. It's just for people that really want to take a punt. Yeah, I think if you've got a really good option on the bench, you could play them ahead of Haaland, but I would want to know for sure. I would want to know for sure that. Wait, what am I talking about? That he's definitely not on the bench. I'm still checking. I want to see. I want a bus update. Oh. Oh, Jesus. Oh. I mean, we're probably going to find out at 10:45 from Team News and Ticks anyway, but it'd be cool to find out now. If Haaland doesn't play, then captain. I would love Ward getting a clean sheet. There would be amazing. Even a 0-0. I'd take a 0-0 even with Foden. Botman is only 4.4 million, worth having. Yeah, I think he's a good option if you need a new defender. I had to type. I was typing to me Liverpool guy. Fuck's sake. Oh, stop tweeting me pictures of Haaland on buses that aren't that are completely not real. I mean, I'll tell you what would be tempting. I don't know. Haaland to Kane. Or Haaland to Jesus. Or Haaland to Nunez. I really wish we knew how long he was out for. Like, being out this week's boring because I don't need to captain him anyway. Captain Kane or Darwin? I think Kane's probably better, but Darwin if you want to take a punt. I think Darwin's a fun captain this week. Haaland to Darwin, Alvarez, 1 week punt. I'm going to say Darwin if you want to do it. Yogesh, 2 free transfers. Zaha and Bowen to Xhaka and De Bruyne, or Edouard and Bowen to Alvarez and Saka. I think Alvarez and Saka is much more fun, but what happens next week if Haaland's back? What do you then do with Alvarez? If you got 1 free transfer and nothing else, then happy days. But that's the only thing I would consider. Or Bowen to Saka, Foden and Roll. I mean, Bowen. I wouldn't do the Zaha and Bowen to Xhaka and De Bruyne, I don't think. So I would either take the punt on Alvarez and then deal with it next week, or just do Bowen to Saka. To be honest. That's what I would do. For what it's worth, in most cases, I probably still wouldn't sell Haaland because we don't know if he's out longer than this week, and we don't even know for sure he's out this week, right? We've got to keep saying that. I just think with the amount of money I got tied up in Haaland, I'm just not sure I can do it. I mean, it would cost me 0.4 million to get him back. It is kind of tempting. It is kind of tempting to sell him and then get him back. Because if he misses out next week as well, then you're in the same dilemma. Apart from most of the players you would want, like Kane and Darwin and Jesus, this is the good fixture. I don't think I can do it though. I don't think I can sell him. It's too much to think about with only, 33 minutes till the deadline. There's no news on Gabriel. He's a doubt, but only from a video that was circulating about him limping, so we don't know for sure. How many words per minute can you type? I don't know. I don't know if I'm that quick, to be honest. I don't have Pep's phone number. No, unfortunately not. I wish I did. That would be amazing. I think he would tell me to go swivel, but... Would you do Andreas to Saka if you had enough money in the bank? If I was having to play Andreas, yes. I mean, Andreas is fine to play, but Saka is better. Trippier, Ivan, or Andreas? Who's Ivan? Ivan Tony, is it? If so, I'd probably play Tony over Trippier, but ideally, I guess I want to play both. Do-do-do-do. Should I do Firmino to Darwin, 1 free transfer? Yeah. I think if you think Firmino doesn't start, that's a good move. Yeah, I can't be 100% sure. I do think that at some point Firmino's getting a rest, and it could be this week. And he's played a lot of minutes recently. Sell Kane and Bowen to Salah and Tony Jesus for a -4. Probably not. Unless you really think that Salah is a much, much better captain than Kane, in which case you could do it. But otherwise, I'd just do Bowen to someone else. Go and Salah captain, but maybe he's due a rest. Like, Salah's played a lot of minutes as well, but I think Salah is a bit of a machine and will continue to play. I guess there's a chance he's benched, but I don't think it's that likely, to be honest. Oh God, if Haaland's out and Salah gets benched, I mean, I give up with this game, honestly. Solanke to Wilson or just play Andreas. I don't know, if you've got the money, that should be. I think that's quite tempting to just go for Wilson, but I guess I don't want to sit on the fence, right, Stephen? I guess it depends. If you don't make that move, what move do you make next week instead? Have you got something more interesting that you can do? Because if so, you could just play Andreas. I don't think it's that bad to play him and keep Solanke. But I do think Wilson's better than Andreas this week, if that makes sense. But not by that much. So if you kind of can do something more interesting with 2 free transfers, I would just roll. Saka and Zaha out. What do you think? I don't know. I don't know with the Zaha to Saka move. If I'm completely honest, like, I think I'm gonna do it. But ultimately, I keep coming back to the fact that next week Zaha's got West Ham, Saka's got Chelsea, so that's more difficult for Arsenal. And in game week 16, Zaha's got Nottingham Forest, and Saka's got Wolves. But then Saka is the better option generally. It's so tricky. I think I'm going to do it, mostly because I'm not sure what I do with 2 free transfers instead. My only worry is... The only thing I'm thinking is, if I do make a move this week, I don't think I'm going to roll in game week 15. Therefore, I'm not going to be able to roll into game week 16, which means I'm just not going to be able to do anything interesting with my team before the World Cup. And it feels like if you're going to do something different, I don't think you need to chase differentials, but if you want to do something different, the time to do it is before unlimited transfers, right? Because you get a reset. So that's the only thing I'm thinking. Do I just roll so that I can potentially do something interesting? But if I get to game week 16 and everyone's fit, well, Salah's got Southampton, Zaha's got Nottingham Forest, Martinelli's got Wolves, Foden's got Brentford at home, Trent and Cancelo got the same fixtures as Foden and Salah. I mean, I could sell Trippier, but I could do that anyway. Haaland's got a good fixture. Mitrovic has got Man United at home. Solanke's got Everton at home. Like, where is the more interesting move? And to do it, I would have to sell one of the more expensive players. So I'm just not sure what I can do with those 2 free transfers. Like, if I wanted to get Darwin Nunez, for example, in game week 16, I would have to sell Trent. So I just don't... Yeah, Saka's not a differential, but I don't really care about that. No, my point is, if I don't get Saka, I get 2 free transfers to maybe do something more interesting, but I'm not really sure where the more interesting moves are right now. Now, obviously, injuries could happen, right? So that could be a big thing. But I don't know. Even if I want Skamaka, I can just get him in for Mitrovic. And I can do that without 2 free transfers. So that's kind of why I'm considering doing it. But I know what happens. I get Saka. Zaha outscores him. I don't have 2 free transfers and some kind of injury happens. It's super annoying. Yogesh, I missed your... So if you had 1 free transfer, would you just buy Foden or Saka? Oh, sorry. It depends. If you can get the other one next week, then I would just get Saka. If you can, I do think Foden's probably better than Saka for the last 3. So it depends. If you're only going to get 1, Foden. If not, get Saka. 16,000 watching, 170 likes. Yeah, make sure to give the stream a like if you're enjoying it. Hit that subscribe button if you're new around here. Much appreciated. No official news, but it does look like he's possibly going to be missing out. Whether or not he completely misses out or he's on the bench, we just don't know. We don't know yet anyway. We might find out at 10:45 when team news and ticks. For Christ's sake. Reverse image search the bus. Someone sent me a... Oh, I've lost it now. Oh yeah, reverse image search the bus. Christ's sake. Do we really have to reverse image search the bus? I'd love to give you an update about Haaland, but I don't have anything more than I've already said, to be honest with you. Not yet, anyway. Kyle, how's it going? Member for 5 months. Good luck for Game Week 14. Who's getting your FPL points today? And tomorrow, I'm not selling Harry Kane. Good luck. Come on, you Spurs. Come on, Bournemouth. More like, come on, Bournemouth. Timothy, thinking of going Foden captain as a punt over Salah. Haaland, thoughts? I mean, if Haaland's out, then I prefer it over Haaland. I don't really prefer it over Salah, but completely up to you. Who to bench? Zaha, Robertson, or Trent? Robertson, I guess. I don't really like the idea of benching any of them this week. White, Cresswell, or Luke Shaw? Probably White. Leah, if your game week 16 is great, you don't need to change much. No need to make interesting moves for the sake of it. I'd say roll in case of injury. Yeah, for sure. But like, I guess if you're going to do something interesting, that's the week to do it. I guess someone like I guess someone like Rashford, maybe. I mean, what are the fixtures in game week 16? Like, where are going to be the interesting moves? I think another Liverpool player. Possibly. So like Darwin Nunez, Carvalho, maybe, Elliott, Robertson, Van Dijk, possibly is a bit of a differential. I've already got Solanke. Man City I'm already tripled up on. I could have Zaha if I keep him. Maybe a Spurs player, but I'm not going to be able to get Kane or Son without selling Salah, so that's not going to happen unless Haaland's out, in which case I can just get Kane pretty easy. So a defender, possibly, but I could sell Trippier for one of their defenders. West Ham, Leicester, I could have Skamaka for Mitrovic without 2 free transfers. Chelsea, Newcastle, probably not going to worry about that game. Saka's obviously one I'm thinking of for this one. Don't really care about this one. I guess Rashford. I don't know. I mean, yes, injuries could happen. But they can happen any week, right? Or they could not happen at all. Who to start out of these? Tony or Pereira or Zaha? Tony and Zaha, I would say. Scott, how's it going? Which of these 3 would you bench? Gomez, Robertson, Cancelo, Almiron, Andreas, or bench boost? I don't think I would bench boost, but you have got a pretty good bench. You got a bench 3 of Gomez, Robertson, Cancelo, Almiron, Andreas. Well, I guess Gomez and Andreas, and then it's Almiron, Robertson, or Cancelo. Good luck. I don't know. My first thought was Robertson, but he's at home and Cancelo's not. And Almiron's playing so well. I don't. Who have they got? Villa at home, right? I mean, Almiron is playing nicely. I don't think you can bench Robertson at home to Leeds. It's between Cancelo and Almiron. Are we really at the point where we're going to play Almiron over Cancelo? I feel like probably not. So I'm going to say Andreas, Gomez and Almiron. But it's close between Almiron and the other 2 defenders, I'd say. I got Ward and Fabianski. Should I take a -4 hit to another goalkeeper? Nah, don't think so. Just play Fabianski, I would say. I don't know. I mean, Fabianski's away, I guess, and Ward's at home, but Ward's got the harder team. Would you sell Zaha if you didn't have enough money for Saka? No, like, I wouldn't go out of my way to sell Saka for sure. To sell Zaha, he's a great option. He's a great option. I mean, going into Nottingham Forest at home with only 1 Arsenal player does not sound good. Am I going to make the Saka move? I don't know. I don't know. Oh, don't worry, my graphics guy Marco has already said if Ward gets a clean sheet against Man City, he's going on the wall tonight. Like he'll actually do it tonight. Like, he's going to do it. I think he's going to do it anyway, eventually. There's no rush, obviously, but he'll do it tonight if there's a clean sheet. It would be ridiculous. I'm just having a quick look at my team to see how it looks like next week if I get Saka in. I mean, I've got 2 Arsenal against Chelsea, 2 Liverpool against Spurs, but I guess it's not the end of the world. Could sell Mitrovic. How much money do I have for Mitrovic? 7.1. So I could get Skamaka for Mitrovic. And then in game week 16, I'd have Skamaka against Danny Ward. Yeah, I think I'm going to do Zaha to Saka. I think I'm going to do it. I'm not 100% sure, but I think I'm going to do it. I've got 0.9, I think. I'll have 0.3 left over when I do Zaha to Saka. Would you sell Mitrovic for Darwin if you have the funds this week? I think if the fixtures were slightly different and Darwin had Leeds next week and instead of this week, I would probably wait. Obviously, I'd wait and do it next week. I think it's tricky when Mitrovic has got a good fixture as well. So I think if you want to take a punt and you're looking for something different, I think Mitrovic to Darwin Nunez is okay, but I wouldn't really want to sell Mitrovic this week, to be honest. McAllister to Odegaard with 1 free transfer or roll. I think it's an okay move. I know you can't put all the details in every question, right? It would be too much to go through. There's not enough space. But whether or not to roll or not really depends on what moves you want to make next week, right? So for my team, like I've just discussed kind of briefly, I don't know without injuries if there's a huge amount I can do with my team with 2 free transfers. I might be missing something, right? It's possible. So I don't know if I need to roll, but for other people, you might need to. And you might be able to do something a lot more interesting next week. Yeah, I would just wait like 3 more minutes. Team News and Ticks is going to put something on Instagram, and it'll probably be about Haaland. I'd love it. I would love it if Team News and Ticks is bigging it up. Like 10:45, it's going to be on Instagram, and then he just posts the Leicester team. That would be amazing. That would be amazing. Can you please turn off the green screen effect so we can see how it looks behind you? Well, you'll just see a green screen. You'll just see a green screen. Right? I don't want to do it in case there's something I'm missing, but I think you would just see a green screen instead of the effect. Yeah, I can turn off the green screen effect, but you just see the green screen, right? I'm pretty sure. I don't want to do it in case there's something I'm missing. Like, you'll see something I don't want you to see. I don't know what there is in this office that you can't see. Now, okay, so I know there's a fake Team News thing going around. Don't panic about that, okay? There's an actual Team News and Ticks account, which is legit, which said they're going to post on Instagram at 10:45. Why so much faith in Arsenal to beat Forest? They're turning their season around. Yeah, but Arsenal are top of the league. Yeah, but my point is, if I turn off the green screen effect, you're just going to see the green screen. You're not going to see the office. I mean, I could put the green screen down, but then you just see a plain blue wall with nothing on it. It's not that interesting. If Haaland doesn't start, would you keep him on the field or sub him out? If Haaland's benched, I might play Gay instead. I don't know, but I'm probably just gonna play Haaland, to be honest. I've got Solanke as a doubt, Gay as well. I'm probably just gonna play him. Do you know if Gabriel's starting? I don't, unfortunately. Do you think Firmino start? I think there's enough doubt that he will get benched. So you could sell him if you wanted to. Calvert-Lewin, Tony Wilson. I'd say Wilson. Bernardo Silva or Rashford. Yeah, it's why I can't wear green. Yeah, I can wear some green. It depends. Depends how dark it is. Salah or Kane or Mitrovic for a -4. Salah, I guess. If you have to do it. A Cribs episode, oh my god. Let me see. Yeah, I'm checking team news and look, he's going to be out, I think, at this point. I'd be very surprised if he's not. Like, it's just no smoke without fire, you know. I'm not that interested in Calvert-Lewin at his price. It's just too hard for me to get to. Come on, team news and ticks. Let's go. 10:46 now. Would you take Mitrovic out for Calvert-Lewin or Tony? I wouldn't take him out, to be honest, not this week. What 4.5 defender in? Justin, have one free transfer. Botman, maybe, off the top of my head. Ben White's gone up now, hasn't he? Kane or Salah for captain. Kane would be a good differential. I mean, a lot of people that own Kane and don't own Salah are going to captain him. I think it could be quite close between the two. I would go Salah if I had both. Andreas to Almiron, this would allow me to go Wilson to Mitrovic if I want when Fulham's fixtures get tougher. So Mitrovic to Wilson, I guess. Andreas to Almiron's okay. I don't know if I would use one free transfer on that, to be honest. Doodle-doodle-doo-doo. Team news and ticks has fooled us all. Oh, hang on. Oh, no way! Hang on, is this the legit... Foden again, like? That can't be right. I'm told that Haaland and Foden aren't starting. Oh, that's so annoying. Foden not starting again. No, this is the legit account, by the way. This is the legit account. I think it is. Yeah, I'm pretty sure this is the legit account. I'm probably going to do Foden to Saka. No, I think this is the legit account. I think this is the legit account on Instagram. He's got like 45,000 followers on Instagram. Yeah, he's just posted it. It's team news and ticks. No, sorry, it's leaked lineups on Twitter, on Instagram. I'm so annoyed about that. Foden is so annoying. Because last week, the plan was to get Saka instead of Foden. I could have Saka right now. I could have rolled into game week 15. And now I'm using another transfer. No, I'm going to sell Foden for Saka, I think. And then if I need to, I can do... Have I made money on... Foden's gone up. I need to see if I can afford this. Hang on. No more super chats now. No more super chats. We're in the last 10-minute panic. Follow up on McAllister to Odegaard for a minute. If I roll, the plan is Van Dijk and McAllister out, Diaz and Trossard in. I'd probably roll. I think. No, it's not. It's a private account. That's the legit one. That's the legit account. I think I've got to do. How much money is? I want to see if I can afford to do this. So yes, Foden's gone up 0.1 million. So that's very annoying. So let's say I do Foden to Saka. I've got 1.3. So I'd have 8.7 million if I wanted to get Foden next week. And Foden's 8.5. So I can afford to do it. So I think I'm just going to do Foden to Saka. Oh, so freaking... If he comes off the bench and scores... No, right, okay, so... Oh my god, this is so... Everyone's getting a little bit confused now, right? There was a fake tweet. Everyone should just block, honestly. Block people that give fake team news. It's so much easier. There was a fake tweet about Foden and Haaland not starting. Now it's legit from someone else who's actually, like, trustworthy. But it only says that Haaland and Foden aren't starting. It doesn't say for sure that... It doesn't say that Haaland's out, so he could just be benched. He could just be benched. No, it's not fake. It's not fake now. Okay, someone's just messaged me and said that's legit. No Foden, no Haaland. And this is someone that's had lineups before. Hang on. I'm seeing if they're benched. He's deleted the post. Are you sure? No. He hasn't. How many minutes we got left? 7 minutes left. I think if I had a bit more money, I might sell Solanke and just bench Foden, but I'm probably just going to do Foden to Saka, I think. Oh, I need to look into this now. This is going to be like last minute pack. You're just going to have to watch me like panicking about who to do. I wouldn't put any more super chats in now. Yeah, I think Haaland might be benched. Yeah, there's quite a few people now. There's quite a few people that are oh, hang on. There's quite a few people saying the same thing, but you just don't know if they've got all the same moves. You don't know if they're all getting the info from the same place. Oh, nah, I don't think he's making a joke about it. Someone said he's making a joke. How long we got left? I need to figure out if I can do these moves. I've got enough cash, I think. I've definitely got enough cash to check this then. Do you bench Haaland and Foden or no? I mean, it's really going to depend on who else you got. Who else you got? Like, I'm probably going to sell Foden. I'm probably going to sell Foden and just buy him back next week. I think that has to be my move. I think it has to be my move. I prefer Rashford to Almiron if you've got the money, to be honest. The person that's just messaged me to say that's legit, no Foden, no Haaland. I've said, are they bench? I'm assuming they are. He's typing for ages. Been typing for ages. I'm still going to start Haaland, I think. Oh, why have I got... Oh, hang on. Oh, I don't know. I don't know if it's legit or not. I'm going to assume it is. I think he was saying that the team news and ticks lineup was legit. I'm also told that Haaland and Foden aren't starting. So it doesn't say whether they're benched or not. Okay. Foden, you're a nightmare. You're an absolute nightmare. At least I get to keep Zaha and get that 2-pointer from him. Foden out, Saka in. If Foden starts now, I'm done. Whoa, why won't it confirm? Oh, what? Hang on, we're not at a deadline. It's literally died. Oh my god, it's died. The website has died. The website has actually died. I cannot make the transfer. I can't make the transfer. I've just... Oh, it's done. It's done. Christ almighty. Sacrifice. No, I can't change my voice captain. I can't change. Why? Oh, I can't change my captain. Salah better start now. Oh, for Christ's sake, FPL. For Christ's sake. I don't have the app, I don't think. I don't think I've got the app, because it's usually a load of rubbish. Yeah, pick team. Oh, I can't change it. I don't have the app. Salah better start now. Oh, let me save it. If Salah doesn't start now and Saka goes mad, I'll go nuts. I can't do it. I'm literally not in. We're gonna hit the deadline. Pick. Ah, this is a joke. Absolute joke. Salah better start. I can't get onto my team at all. I'm not gonna... Christ, I'm glad I got to make the transfer though, because that would have been a freaking nightmare. Yeah, I can't get onto it at all on my phone or anything. Wow, there's going to be a lot of people that got caught out by that. Well, the transfer went through, I think. That's it now, we're down. The game's... That's it. Deadline. Absolute nightmare. Was Salah my captain? I need to go back and look at that. Salah was my captain, wasn't he? Oh, he better have been. I'm actually going to go back and watch that now. Salah was my captain, wasn't he? Yeah, Salah was my captain. I'm trying to find when I had Saka in the team. I can't see it now. Ah. Let me see. I can't. I'm trying to watch it back now. Oh, I can't see it. I can't see it. If Foden starts and scores or comes off the bench, what can you do? You know, what can you do? By the way, if you did enjoy that stream, please do give it a like. Hit that subscribe button if you're new around here as well. We've got quite a few subscribers in this one. We're only, where are we? We're only 22 subscribers off 329k. So you might as well hit subscribe, right? Yeah, I had Salah as captain, I think. Yeah, I know Salah will start, but there's always that little bit of a worry, right? There's always that little bit of a worry. Woo! There we go. We just hit 329,000. Thank you very much. All right, let's now find out if he's. Let's see if he's benched or not. Let's see if he's starting or not. Let's see what happens. I'm going to leave it there. Thank you very much for watching this morning and joining me. Thanks for all the super chats. Thanks for all the questions. Hope you enjoyed it. We'll do it all again this time next week. If Foden starts, I'll be going nuts. I'll be going nuts. So yeah. Why is everyone saying Salah? Why is everyone saying Foden starts all of a sudden? Anyway, whatever. Hit that like button, hit subscribe, and I will catch you again soon. Let's hope Salah can finally score a goal. See you later.